again and welcome to our bread house. I want to tell you more about the stories included in Game 3 because it really is a powerful tool that can change your life. Because the stories are true, they're lived by real people in countries all around the world, on the 5 continents I've been to. And actually, they're so different. Some can make you laugh, but others can make you cry. Others can really inspire you to go forward and really try to change your community or a certain problem with real hope and strength and drive for change. So read them carefully. Now we have included 20 stories, but later on the website of the game I will keep including more and more stories, and we will probably reach the 77 countries I've been to, so you will have at least about 70 stories and more. So just enjoy the travel and always keep thinking that small acts of kindness, like just breaking bread with somebody who is really broken, can help if you just do it with love. Enjoy the travels. All kinds of people came together, teenagers that I wouldn't expect, former prisoners, refugees, veteran women, elderly people, orphans, people with disabilities, anybody that has previously been isolated. Somehow they came together and they were happy. And after each baking session, I repeatedly kept hearing people saying that they feel better, that they feel changed, at least a little bit. Wow, so I said to myself, that really is something that should be shared with the whole world. I had many moments that made me cry, and when people cried, being changed by the aroma of hot bread. I had a really moving moment when a boy from Uganda, in a bread making we had with prisoners in London, started crying, and he said that bread making, and specifically the aroma of hot bread, was the one thing that made him think of his grandmother when she was baking bread for him in Uganda before he left for England. And he said it was the most wonderful memory from childhood he had. After that, it was only violence and aggression, and he went into prison. So he said, that's it. I want to change my life. I want to fundraise and create an orphanage in Uganda for all the orphans left from the wars in Rwanda and Uganda. See, something so simple as the aroma of hot bread. Same thing happened with veteran women that had fought in the war in Afghanistan. They had such severe traumas that they didn't have families and they were all alone. And when they started making bread, they opened up. The psychologists were amazed. The women started sharing very powerful moments from their childhood, and they really got inspired to create their homes, to have a family, to have children, to completely change whatever the horror was. It was left in the past. I've had so many moments. Once a woman that was victim of domestic violence, she said the moment when she felt the bread making with her child and the aroma of the hot bread was the time that she said she has the strength to start a new home. She has the strength and the faith that it could be peaceful, that it doesn't have to be full of fear and terror. In South Africa, after apartheid, for the first time, black orphans and white elderly people came together. They had never interacted before, and it was an amazing experience. They just came to bake bread, and they became friends for a long time. They actually became like grandparents and grandchildren to each other. I was amazed because once a boy with mental disabilities found unexpected friends from a basketball team, and he had been searching to play with the team for years, but nobody accepted him. We had another man with Down syndrome who suddenly discovered his talent to give massage, and he just became the favorite of old women in the whole neighborhood. And that's how they all became accepted in their communities, in this mixed community baking events. So all of these travels were done during my doctorate, and in a way they were part of a research, academic research, but also part of my personal mission to really try to do small things in communities that I thought could help them change. So what I hope it would inspire you to do is not necessarily to study anthropology, even though this is really the first time anthropology is presented in the format for children, but at least it will certainly inspire you to travel with the mission, always, wherever you go. And even though I didn't plan it, the National Geographic in 2012 did give me this title, Traveler with a Mission. So you can be the next one. Just do it.